Alright, so after this old lady, she's like Madam Foster from Foster's from Imaginary Friends, walks in and she's like, "You're free to go." She has like an Irish accent. I'm like, "What the heck you mean you're free to go?" He's like, "Here's your paycheck. You're free to go. You can leave the haunted house." And I'm like, "What the heck you mean paycheck?" He's like, "You survived the night. Only made like $60 or something like that." And it's bullcrap. Because I'm like, what do you mean I get paid to do this? I'm like, I didn't sign up for this crap. It's like, I just saw people die. And for some reason, Sid Vicious vanished out of nowhere. He disappeared. Just poof, gone. Don't know where he went. Never hear from him ever again. And then after that, like, because he didn't die in this role, or like I went back in time to this haunted house, something like that. Because, haunted house, different universes, parallel universes, dimensions. Because, that's just how shit fucking works. Anyways, so after I leave that, and it's like, dude, I gotta go to work. And for some reason in my mind, even in my dream, I'm like, I gotta go to work. I'm getting dressed. I'm in my car. I'm putting on my clothes. And I'm driving this car. It's funny because, like, my car actually broke down. And I could feel my car because it wasn't going the speed limit. Because my engine would not give it enough. And it's funny because in my dream, that's exactly what happened. And, like, I'm putting on my vest, cars are passing me, and I'm trying to go to, like, work and that stuff. And before I say this, I want to go to another dream that I had, because I just remember this, and it was weird. But I'm putting on my shirt, I'm driving to work, and I work at a theater, this huge, huge, huge theater. And what happened was, my family came in to watch the movie The Nun and that stuff. I remember, like, I was actually getting a promotion because I was working overtime and that stuff because nobody was, like, there to help work, and it was a holiday, so I was getting paid overtime, so I wasn't getting just paid pay and a half. I was getting paid 2 times the pay, so it was like, woohoo! So I was getting like 15 and then plus that, so I was making like $30 an hour, so I was like, bro, I'm making bank, But then, like, I didn't get fired, but I got yelled at because I guess my family, because this was when The Nun 2 came out. It was weird because it was like The Nun 2 plus Harry Potter and that stuff. And before I talk about that, there's a lot of fucking movies where it's all like penis jokes, where it's like D's nuts too, where it's like The Nun, or like the Megalodon, get it? Megalodon. And it's like the Megalodon 2, it's worse. It's even bigger. Or like there's the new Godzilla or like that stuff, Dongzilla or whatever you call it, like that, plus the new Jackass 4. And it's like, but it's even worse because it's so racist. Like, instead of going against Americans, now Dongzilla's gonna take on Japanese or Chinese people. I'm like, bro, this is so racist. I don't know how to feel about this. This is worse than the freaking new Predators movie, Prey, bro. Dude, I don't care who you are, dude. That movie was so racist. It was funny, but it was racist, man. I was laughing. It was like Hawaiian Punch versus the freaking Navajo land. It was like, so like, which tribe will know the way again? Because I guess it's supposed to be about like they lost their way. It was like, show us the way. It's terrible, dude. Just watch it and you'll understand what I mean. But it's so racist. But anyways, so I go to work. They're watching The Nun. It's like Harry Potter plus The Nun because, remember that angry tree? Except it felt like Harry Potter, but except this one felt more like realistic and more gory because the tree was actually killing people and was knocking people, crushing people flat like roadkill and that stuff, taking down cars or like trains and buses. I was like, bro, this tree does not give a fuck, bro. And then I thought the tree was maybe like 3 times bigger than the one in the movie, dude. I was like, bro, this is scary and that shit. But anyways, and it felt real, like I felt like you were in the movie getting beaten up by this freaking tree and that stuff. But then all of a sudden, it's like I came out of reality because it felt like my family was talking. Because I think my dad was actually talking. Because my dad was talking in the dream, and it was like, bro, shut up, because we're in the movie theater. And I got mad. So let's see what happens. Yeah, so the theater, so I paid overtime because we're staff. I was working for my old theater company, but at another place. I remember cleaning up theaters. as Bucky Boy, and I remember just watching Nun 2, spacing out with my dad, and like he was with his old ex's family and that stuff. And I remember we got to the credits when everybody started to leave, but I remember there was more, so I stayed and watched which showed a tree from Harry Potter where it attacked somebody, killed them, breaking their spine, then crushing them, and Dad and I compared the scary movies and haunted house comedies. I got annoyed when my fam had talking during the movie. Then they decided to leave, and I remembered I was at work when my boss yelled at me to clean other theaters because I was watching the movie and I shouldn't have been watching the movie. But it was weird because it was like an ice arena where like the glasses, you could see through the glass, was like light. It was weird because it was like tinted in the theater, but on the outside you could see through the theater. I was like, why is this even like a thing? You know, it's like this makes no sense. This makes no sense at all. It's like that lady with the Facebook old, it's commercial I'm talking about, but yeah, man, and then it was weird because I had dreams. It was weird because I always have these theater dreams, and I love the theater dreams because they're so creative, and it's like I've never heard them before. But that's just one part of the dream. So let me end this one, and we'll talk about the other part about the driving because I do remember a little bit about that, and I might talk about that one, but I don't remember if I wrote this one down. And then we'll talk more about how I write down dreams and how I create the process, and then maybe one day I'll talk about how to play one of my songs I made. So have a good night and peace.